Hey guys, Daniel Nanesso here, and I'm doing a little vlog today, and I want to talk about something of a formula that will help you better understand my Facebook posts and my blogs and the content that I prepare in general. And the formula is, it goes something like, what you think about and how you feel and what you experience in your day to day are congruent. They're fluid parts to a whole machine, which means what you think about, you get reverberated back in a theme or in situation, symbolically. And how you feel, emotion, is purely the guidance to let you know whether or not the thought that you're thinking is representative of what you really want to be thinking about, what you really want to be thinking about, who you really are, and who you've become. Not what you don't want, but what you do want. And so emotions are that guidance, and they let you know what you're thinking about. So it's like that Jaws theme song. Da-da, da-da, da-da. That's what emotions are. They're guidance to let you know what you are creating by means of your thought. And then your experience is, well, that's your experience. That's it flushed out. And how does this apply in your life? Let's say if you go to like a coffee shop. Well, let's say you go to a coffee shop. I love going to coffee shops. And you feel a little displaced. You feel a little unmotivated. You feel a little tired. And so as you go to the coffee shop, thinking those thoughts, whether they're about you or the coffee shop or anything in between and beyond, you may go and you might have an experience there that's not as pleasant as the last time you went, maybe with a couple friends, or how you usually get an experience. And this happens to me too, because there are a lot of things that get our attention, and sometimes things get my attention, and I see them very imminently. I see them very, I feel the subtleties of my emotion, which is telling me about the thought, which means, well, I can't expect anything less than the quality of thought that I'm thinking. So I instantly recalibrate. And so that's the process that I intend to warm people up to, in terms of my content and my service or my offering. So if you go to the coffee shop and you have an off experience, maybe there's no seats, maybe the person working wasn't as cheerful as they were before, maybe you ran into someone you didn't really want to run into, and then that just avalanched your bad mood, there's something that you can do about it. But there's nothing that you can do about it in the moment that it's happening. You just have to furthermore reinforce the fact that you don't want to feel any more negative emotion. So you don't want to beat up on yourself for what's happening. You don't want to find out why. You don't want to blame anybody. You don't want to feel guilty about not managing your mind and being mindful. You don't want to do any of that, because what does that stuff do? Guilt's a negative emotion. Doubt's a negative emotion. Blame's a negative emotion. Fear's a negative emotion. Hate's a negative emotion. Feeling off is, in general, is a negative emotion. Which means what? Any of those thoughts you think are going to be compounded and come back rounded into your experience. So, what you think about, you get. And your emotions let you know if what you're thinking about is what you really want to get. It's really cool, huh? And you have a higher mind, you have an inner family, let's just call it an inner family. You have an inner family that holds you to the you that they know that you are, with them within you, in your consciousness. And so as you've extended a part of yourself here, you're still part of the family, but you have now just like your physical family, you have now a physical extension through which you create and focus. And so you do that through your mind. Basically, you offer thought. So next time something gets your goat or slightly irritates you, don't think that you have to do something about it right now. In fact, don't do anything about it right now. Just find somewhere else to put your mind and take the path of least resistance to the situation in front of you, and remember that further negative emotion is just going to intensify it. And you can feel it. You can feel it. That's what explosions are. When you yell at someone, or you dismiss someone, or you yell at yourself, or dismiss yourself. So, it's all good. It's all good. What you think about, you get. And you always have a heads up as to what's coming because of how you feel. And if something is presenting itself to you in this moment and it's not what you want, and you're like, oh fuck, and you know what I'm telling you now you know what to do then. Just find some way to relieve yourself. Find some way to soothe yourself. Find a way to talk yourself out of it so that you don't perpetuate it further, because, like I said, it compounds. Just take the path of least resistance, and then remember, next time you go to the coffee shop, prepare. And then watch when you go in. Understand your mood fully, and then go in and see what happens and say, wow, I was on point. I had a great conversation with the barista. I had a great conversation with the person I ran into that I haven't seen in a long time. I had an amazing coffee. I got a perfect seat, the seat that I wanted. It's not my usual seat, but it is the seat I wanted today, and there it was, open for me. At the same time I was walking over, looking around, someone got up and said, would you like it? The barista gave me a free coffee. All of these things happen to me sporadically, sometimes all together, and sometimes more. But I always know. It's not a meh. I do know that I'm in control of my experience. And to the degree that I'm willing to be sensitive to my emotion and how I feel about what I'm looking at or about what I'm thinking about, to that degree that I'm mindful as to how I feel first, and then recalibrate the way I'm thinking or how I'm looking at stuff to a way that feels better, or even sometimes to a whole different way altogether. That's it. And to the degree that you put that practice into play, then to that degree you will demonstrate to yourself that you are in control of your experience, and that you are in control over the quality of your life. So that's it. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to connect with me on social media, all of the social links are going to be in the down bar below. And if you have any questions, or if you want to see me talk about something in this way, let me know. Let me know on Facebook or on Twitter, or in the comments below, and I'll respond. So until then, guys, let loose, laugh lots, and live lucid, because your life really is a dream and only you can make it come true. So, ciao.